Okay, this is our last graphing example. It's f of x is equal to 3 ln x plus 2. First thing we're going to do is find our parent. If you recall from the last two examples, we said that the parent is going to be in the form log base b x is equal to y. Now, we're not going to have log this time because we obviously have ln, so we're going to have ln x equals y. That's going to be the parent. And just like in the last two examples, we're going to change this parent into exponential form so that we can easily pick some points and graph it. So for ln, the base is e, the exponent is y, is equal to x. So now let's draw our t-table. X is equal to e to the y. And again, just like the other two examples, we're going to pick y's and get x's. So we'll pick 0. Again, anything to the 0 power is 1. And then we're going to pick 1 because our base is e, and e is approximately 2.7. So there's no need to pick a negative exponent and try to flip that 2.7 over. We're just going to go ahead and pick the 1. Okay, so now let's graph the parent. So here's our graph, and we're going to first graph the first point, which is 1, 0. So here is 1, 0, and then we're going to plot 2.7, so we're almost at 3, and then we're going to go up 1. There's the other point, and don't forget your asymptote is on the y-axis, and so we are increasing from left to right because don't forget that base, which is e, is 2.7, which is greater than 1. So there's our parent. Now let's figure out what are our transformations. First one is we have a 3 in front there. Notice the 3 is not with the x, it is out in front. So this is going to be a vertical stretch. Okay, so that'll give us a vertical stretch. Oops, sorry. Yikes. Okay, and then we have the plus 2 that's over on the right. Notice that the plus 2 is not in parentheses with the x. This is going to be a vertical shift upwards of 2. If it were in parentheses, which would look like that, then you would be a horizontal shift. But the plus 2 is not in there with the x, so it's vertical. So first thing we're going to do is the vertical stretch. I'm going to change to red. Vertical stretch says to multiply your y's by 3. If I look at this point right here, that y is 0. If I multiply it by 3, I still have 0, so that point's not going to move. But if I look at this point, its y is 1. That is now going to move to 3. So I have this original point staying the same, and now I have that new point. So now I can draw my stretch, and don't forget the asymptote is staying exactly the same. Now I'm going to change to blue. And I'm going to do the vertical shift upwards. It says 2 shift upwards 2. That does not change. the asymptote at all. It just changes my last graph, which is the red one. So this point now moves up to here. And then this point that was at 3 is going to move up to 5. And I'm still increasing from left to right.